good evening, good whatever time this video finds you at. Welcome back to the channel. Both the car and the channel have been in hibernation for a little while, so let's see what we can do to fix that. Windows up so you can probably hear me. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a little while. Got a lot of got a lot of requests recently for doing a POV Backroads video, so that's exactly what we're gonna get into today. Luckily, the other week I actually discovered probably what's been my favorite road to drive on here in Virginia, so I think that makes for an excellent road for this video. So strap in and enjoy the ride. So I'm hoping that y'all have a pretty good picture of what I'm looking at. I'm gotta say, I'm not the greatest at doing a POV thing. I haven't really much experience in this. And I am slunched over as much as possible to try to make sure that you can see out the window and not just look at my pretty new driving gloves that my wife got me for Christmas. But for those that have ever been in a Viper, you know headroom is really not a thing to begin with, and to make sure that you can actually see out of here is, well, frankly, even harder. So, ooh, Porsche. Trying my best here, but if you know a better way to do a POV video besides the GoPro strapped to the forehead, almost obstructing your eyes, please let me know. Because I'd love to do more of these, but I gotta figure out how to make sure that it's a good video, right? So, being that this is mental motors, right, I thought this would actually be a really good video to... God, that's beautiful. Thought this would be a good video to maybe put a little bit of injection of mental health stuff into, right? So, 30 seconds of your time, I promise, and then we'll get into the video. Maybe closer to a minute, but real quick. So, if you're anything like me, you might find yourself getting caught up in your phone a lot, right? Pretty easy to do so. You might even observe, if you're watching this YouTube video right now, you're on your phone right now. Frankly, I'm not trying to shit on anybody here. I know that's usually what I end up doing, right? But I'm here to not talk down on anyone, but tell you just a little bit about the negativity that can get from, or come from getting caught up in your phone, right? You can get sucked up pretty easily into it and forget to live the real world, real life that's all around you. But I think it's just important to remember that, you know, social media and phones and technology, all that stuff, really well done at being designed to hijack your dopamine system, right? You know, doom scrolling aimlessly and not really paying attention to what you're doing, maybe even say watching a YouTube video. A lot of people find themselves getting caught up in that pretty commonly. And you know, there's a reason for that, right? Every time you scroll, every new video, little dopamine hit. While, you know, it starts to become a little bit feel good and addictive, right? It's not always the best thing for us. So, you know, I have some things I'd love to say about it, right? Of course, you know, this doom scrolling, getting lost up in your phone, all these wonderful facts of how it can fry your dopamine systems, and, you know, ooh, lots of wind, hold on. The main point of what I'm trying to get at, right, is, you know, while it's nice and relaxing on the forefront to just kind of aimlessly scroll through these things, again, maybe you're doing so right now while you're watching a YouTube video, right? While it can kind of trick us into feeling good, you know, releasing that dopamine, right, that feel-good chemical in our brains, it's almost turning into like a little hit of dopamine every single time, every single scroll, right? And, you know, I won't dive too much into the research here. I'll put some links in the description down below if you're more interested in reading about some of this stuff. But a lot of research has found that just kind of this aimless doom scrolling on these phones is, you know, it can fry the dopamine system. It can result in, quite frankly, legitimate addictive behavior to these things, right? Increased anxiety, increased depression, can even impact your ability to focus, right? And again, I'm not talking down on anyone. I'm the same way with these damn things. However, I've noticed something. Over the past couple days, I've been making some concerted efforts to really be aware of my engagement with this device, right? As well as try to make sure that I'm doing it more in a healthy way, right? So if you're anything like me, maybe waking up early in the morning and before work, you're kind of shifting from asleep to awake, lying in bed, one of the first things you may have done is grab this phone and scroll through some social media and stuff, right? Kind of wake up for the day. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'd love to tell you that I've found some research. Again, I'll put some more articles in depth if you want to read, that the action of grabbing your phone and kind of looking through social media immediately as you wake up, and your brain is shifting from brain waves, you know, of sleep to awake, essentially, right? When you're scrolling, it doesn't give that healthy, good shift, right? And it actually sets your brain up for wanting to have a fix of this thing more throughout the day and impacting your ability to focus, all that stuff. So something that I've noticed is me stopping doing that in the morning, making a concerted effort. I don't even open any social media until I'm on my lunch break or something like that. Over the past 3 days, I swear to God, I've been feeling better. I've been focused better. I've been able to be more productive and just more engaged and more present with everything that's going on around me. And I know I'm talking doom and gloom and all that, and I apologize for that, you know, profusely. But basically, the point that I'm trying to make here is this. sometimes it can be really helpful to be aware of how much we get caught up in this social media or these phones or devices and lose sight of what's around us, or lose sight of what we're doing even, right? And, you know, I know I've posted about mindfulness stuff before, but I have a challenge here. The challenge is this. See if you can just simply focus all of what you're doing on watching this point of view in the Backroads driving video, right? This would be a hard challenge for me. Make sure I'm not picking up the phone during the video, right? Or scrolling through, you know, not paying attention. And again, I know this probably sounds like I'm trying to get you to watch the video, and maybe I am, right? Let's admit that to ourselves. But, you know, even if it's not this video, find something more engaging, right? And just see what it would be like to fully focus and watch that video without maybe picking up that phone once in a while. But with all that being said, I hope maybe you gleaned some of that, or got something out of it, is probably a better way to say it. And if you didn't, that's okay too. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, I gotta take a quick break. Get out, 'cause slouching over like this is hurting my back. But what a beautiful spot to stop at, huh? Sure, I'm gonna get plenty of looks with this GoPro basically riding on my nose, but we'll see. Appreciate it. That's a Viper, ain't it? Yes, sir. Man. Honestly, what a blessing. Beautiful day. Beautiful road. Something to definitely focus on being present and mindful for. That's kind of the idea that I'm trying to get at. How can we focus on getting less caught up in all the bullshit, more focused on getting caught up in the here and now? Man. Also, I know a lot of people have been saying, you know, turbo it, when are you gonna turbo it? Might turbo this. Or maybe a 9-liter build, huh? Or maybe, I don't know, trade up even hopefully for an ACR? Who knows? But right now, I gotta be honest, I'm happy with it. It's fun ripping even a stock car. I mean, it's hard to complain about a Viper, obviously, but on a beautiful road like this, hard to complain. Time to get back on the road here. So I got the windows up because I figured the wind noise is probably gonna outweigh any benefit of hearing the exhaust. So, but I don't know, let me know. I know I've put in a couple clips with them down so far, so if I, you know, let me know next time I do another one of these videos. Should I windows up or windows down? Now, at least to start, or get back on the road, go windows down, right? Gotta hear you, or let you hear this 8.4 sing a little bit, huh? Stock form. God, this thing is fun. Now don't get me wrong, that would be an entirely different experience with a built motor and a set of turbos and 3 times the horsepower. Don't get me wrong. But I do gotta say, I do love that NA power, just the same. Georgia mountains you may have seen me cruising in before, I'd say those are a little bit more exciting, right? But I don't know, something about these beautiful Virginia back roads. Nice soft sweepers. Cutting through these lovely little forest areas. It's just pleasant, you know? Enjoyable. Even with running into traffic every here and now. I know I've talked a lot about mindfulness a little bit. Well, I'm stuck behind this person. There's something that comes up to me here, and it's how doing stuff like this, going for these drives, that's my mindfulness, you know? It's very easy to get caught up in career planning stuff, life planning stuff, family stuff. These drives here, if for just the drive, can kind of turn all that stuff off, turn all the world out. And all that matters is the road in front of me, the gears I'm changing, and you know, that's it. And just being able to sit and enjoy this time, this moment here. So rejuvenating for the soul. I know I'm blabbering on about nothing here, but I'm sure most of my target audience are going to agree with me on what I'm trying to get at here. And it serves a good point. Being able to make sure that you carve out time for yourself to, especially in this busy, chaotic world, to make sure that you do something for yourself. Maybe it's not going for a drive for a couple hours. Maybe it's going to the gym a couple times a week. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's painting. Maybe it's photography. Whatever it is to you, do something enriching for yourself, even if once a month. And you do that for a little while, plug that stuff in, I promise you the benefits will reap into other areas into your life. And I guess the key point about that too is doing those things intentionally, right? So I know for a lot of people, well, what do you do to relax? Oh, I watch TV, I watch my favorite show. And that's good. Don't let me put that down. I mean, me and my wife do that all the time. In fact, we just got done watching Clarkson's Farm. Excellent show. Highly recommend that. But even in that, right, I'd find myself sometimes getting, ooh, pink, that's cool. I'd sometimes find myself getting caught up or distracted, picking up my phone, right, scrolling, not being as present to the awesome show that was right in front of me, getting less out of it. And while on the one hand, we might think that's relaxing to do, right, and it, to a certain extent, I don't want to say it isn't, right, of course it is, but can take us away from that full enriching enjoyment of what we're setting out to do. And so, you know I challenged this with this YouTube video. I challenge you to bring this out in other areas as well, right? See where else you can be more mindful, right? More present to that moment. Even if it's simple chores, right? Washing the dishes, folding your laundry. Simple moments like that to practice mindfulness can be absolutely incredible. Looks like I'm not the only one with this idea out today, huh? So I've made it pretty far down, but I got to admit, I've also had a little bit of a ulterior motive here today. Been wanting to plan out doing a little mini road rally, getting some people together for a good cause, you know, for the channel. It seems like this could make an excellent road to do so. I'm kind of testing this out. Basically, the idea would be to join. There's really no, I'm not going to charge anybody money or anything like that. This isn't that kind of rally. Maybe something to, you know, the cost of entry is bringing 100 canned good foods to donate to a local shelter or something, right? And seeing how much food we could raise for a local community shelter or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. Seems like a pretty good candidate for where I'd be able to pull that off here. I'm sure I look so ridiculous with this thing on. We're going to gently ignore this no parking anytime sign just for a brief moment, I promise. Need to get more pictures of this thing. Man, I love water. Whew. Well, y'all, thanks for tuning in to another video. Let me know what you liked about the POV setup. It was pretty fun doing this for the first time. Let me know what didn't work right. I'll try to make some adjustments next time. I hope to do more of these types of videos. Let me know what other kind of videos you might want to see from the channel, and you know, in the spirit of mindfulness, I think I'll probably take the headset off now and roll the windows down and just kind of enjoy the rest of my ride back for myself, right? But again, thank you everybody for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this, or at the very least just enjoyed watching a Viper rip the back roads. And until next time, we'll see you in the next video.